Today I'm going to review The Cursed Chateau by James Maliszewski, Jez Gordon, and Yannick Bouchard. So, this is a Haunted Mansion module, and it comes with the maps here on the inside cover. And right away I have a complaint that the maze map, this one here, has the route to go through it on the map. So I played online and I couldn't show the players' map. I had to hide it on the DM layer and trace it with dynamic lighting walls in order to show them the maze without showing them the route through. That kind of defeats the point of having a maze if the way through is marked for you. And the other maps, they tell what's in there, but that wasn't too bad of a spoiler on them telling what's on the map. For the most part, except the one that says Vault, or the one that says Cave Illusions, which, yeah, this whole section my players never found, because they weren't willing to poke around in this room much. And they didn't explore these two either. They took a brief look at them and turned back. Anyway, it's in black and white and reflective gold, which turns out brown on still photographs. There's a nice picture. Another one. So there's this 100 entry random encounter thing that you roll for each room they go in. And some of them are just like a crying baby sound. Others are particular people who do things, like hand you a book. Now here's a picture of the Haunted Mansion. Now it's still pictures, you can't see the reflective gold that it's in. And it's on glossy paper, so it takes up fingerprints really well, but I'm glad it has it. I like the glossy page. So there are a whole bunch of dead servants who are characters, and so there's a little biography of each one, and a box text showing you what they can do. A few of them are incorporeal, which made it much harder for my players to fight, but most of them are solid. So here they are. Yeah, and these they're on the random encounter table, so they can show up that way, or they might be in a particular room according to the description. Here is the big bad used to like to cast the summon spell using a virgin woman as an altar to do it, but this picture makes it look like she's not a virgin anymore. Okay, so this has got undead, and it's got a interesting take on energy drain. It's not just drain a level, which I didn't end up using because my players didn't fight to the death any of the spirits that could do that. So the chateau, once you enter it, there's a force field to keep you in, and you can't get out unless you earn 100 points. And so here's the thing that tells you what you earn points for. Basically, you earn points for suffering damage, for dying. A couple of characters died, and that gave them a big boost in points. Failing saving throws, exploring rooms, encountering these dead servants. If you fail to turn undead, that gives you extra points. And if you're scared, if you mention being scared, that gives you points. And one of these rooms has chairs that or animate an attack, and the players fought them a little bit and ran away, but I use that same icon for every chair in the place when I add them to the map. And this made the characters afraid of chairs, and they would mention it, so I get points for that every time they said that. You lose points for things like making your saving throws, or healing damage, or if you're nice to particular ghosts, you get points. If you're mean to those ghosts, you lose points. Being restored to life is a major loss of points. And destroying a particular ghost is a major loss of points. Okay. So there are... here's the maze. Again, it has the route through it on here. There are a bunch of encounters in the maze of statues and plants and tombs. And each page gives you all of the encounters that are on that page, or the map of all those encounters. So that's very handy, makes things much easier to run. Once you get through the maze, there's the grounds of the chateau, which has an invisible barrier around it. And my players did not explore the grounds much at all. They went straight for the chateau. But there are encounters on the grounds that they did not encounter. And then you come to the front door, and there's a map of the whole thing here. And here's a map of the portion with descriptions of everything that's on there. You really need to enforce the language rules for this. This is a Lamentations of the Flame Princess game, and so basic characters have a 1 in 6 chance of learning a language. It improves by 1 point for every intelligence bonus you've got, and you need to enforce that because these spirits all speak a odd dialect of French, not standard French, which 3 of the 4 players made their roll the first time, but 2 of those characters died. Yeah, here's a picture that I could not find where this happens in the text. It's a pretty ghoulish picture. Yeah, so the grand staircase picture that goes to the upper floor. There's another encounter that they didn't go in that room. Ghost looking out the window. And they did not encounter that. A basement. And the part of the basement that's on this page. They did not encounter that. And then you have a summary of what all the... I think there's several pages of this. A summary of all the monsters. And here again is the list of what you get points for. And the encounter thing is reprinted here in the back. So it's really easy to find. So this is a pretty good module. It's a haunted house for Lamentations of the Flame Princess. The Cursed Chateau. It even comes with a ribbon. See? I highly recommend this.